Perfect. So again, thank you all for joining the session around um, um, sorry, around unveiling the future, a deep dive into our cutting edge AI product suite. So this is a four session enablement series that we are doing along with our speaker Nisarg. The idea here is that we anyone who is interested to get started on any of our AI products. If there is, like, you might have heard about this products, you might have started seeing some curiosity in the market, some demand on the projects, but you do not know how to get started, or you have started but you do not know how to really scale on these things. That's where we have kind of scheduled like four live interaction sessions for you. Consider these as interactive sessions, so we do not really want it to be a radio preaching. Any questions that you might have, just be very vocal on chat. Just go away over there, and then you can also unmute yourself and ask the questions as well. We are doing this series as part of an in-person hackathon that we have planned, that is AI at Work hackathon, that you can see on screen right now. This is, I would say, happening after 3 years. We are finally coming with an in-person 24-hour hackathon. We have been like really looking forward to a program like this, where we could get some practitioners in a room, hack away for the whole day, the whole night, and build some solutions from scratch. And what better to have a topic than AI at work? So we are really looking for some of the problems or opportunities that you can identify at workplace, which can be solved using AI in automation. And we want you to just submit your idea along with your team name in the registration form. It's as simple as that. There will be, in the idea, you'll be asked for very basic details around what exactly is the problem, what is the solution that you are suggesting. You don't need to build solutions in advance. We want all the participants to build the solutions in-house at UiPath office on the day of the hackathon, along with the support of the experts. So in terms of experts, we will have the UiPath product managers, the UiPath technical experts, industry experts, who will be there to help you, guide you, mentor you while you are building the solution to the idea that you are participating with. The process is quite simple. Just go through this link. I'll just paste this link again on the chat, so you can just go through it when you get some time. Just have any AI application to the problem that to the solution that you're providing for the problem, and you can just apply with that. We are doing it in two phases. First is you submit your idea, and you submit your idea, and you get all your team members to participate as well and register as well. We will close the registrations of ideas on November the 5th, and then we will have a small shortlisting to make sure that whatever ideas that we are getting into the room are unique, are something that even we are excited about, and overall everyone is wants to really get that built. And then in a week we will send you a confirmation, and we will expect you to be at the UiPath office for 24 hours to build this. It's happening over a weekend, so it is going to be fun. It won't be a formal environment at all. There will be many teams coming in, building solutions. We will have some fun activities. Everything for the day and night will be taken care of at the office. Everyone will be at the office, so it is going to be really intense and fun and entertaining as well. So go through this. Any questions that you might have about this hackathon, please do feel free to reach out on the chat as well. And if you have any questions after this call, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, or you can just post your query on the forum thread that is mentioned over here. That is it from my side. The speaker for today and for the rest next three sessions around the AI topics is Nisar Kadam, who is the UiPath MVP, and who is joining us live from Singapore to take us through the entire content. So, Nisar, over to you.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for the introduction. And hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to this evening. Thanks a lot for joining. I think it's evening, right? So it's a very good Wednesday evening where we all are meeting, and I hope all of you have already registered to the hackathon. If you are already planning your teams, if you already want to know what solutions you can build, you're hustling through your daily work life as well at the same time you're trying to learn a lot new products of UiPath, and you're most welcome in this session. So before I begin, let me quickly share my screen and let me know once you're able to see my screen. Okay, just a moment. Okay, perfect. So to get started, uh, a quick introduction about the title of today's session. So it's kind of attractive, unveiling the future, right? The very first sentence which says unveiling the future is very important because right now we are stepping in an era where every single technology is being actively integrated with AI, right? And hence we are also not left behind. RPA and specifically UiPath is growing a lot hand in hand with AI. So since last 2 years, we have been using AI products already in RPA to enhance the automation and use intelligent automation concept. But now it's going to be much more advanced with the new advanced features of generative AI and specialized AI. And in the recent Forward 6 as well, we heard a lot about UiPath's all new AI capabilities. Also, recent meet in London, we talked a lot about AI capabilities, and there are so many new products which are released and amazing lineup of all the products which now uses AI in UiPath. So we will go through all of them, and I have specifically and specially for this session picked top 5 topics which were discussed at UiPath Forward 6 this year, and which are really, really important, even the products which you can actually use and the products which are upcoming. So we'll talk about products which are upcoming as well. That's where you'll get much detailed knowledge, I believe, and I would justify this session. So thank you so much for joining again. Let's get started with our a deep dive into cutting edge AI product suite of UiPath. So what's new? We already know that UiPath has AI Center and document understanding and task mining. Okay, from chat, can you tell me out of this, I mean, except for this, can you tell me products of UiPath which uses AI? Anyone, give me a list of products of UiPath which uses AI. Document understanding, okay. AI Fabric, okay, now it's called AI Center. And Clipboard AI, amazing. Communications mining, yes. Copilot. Task mining. Process mining. Amazing. So we already know what are the products of UiPath which actually uses AI in background, right? And yeah, CV, exactly. That's what I was expecting. So CV is nothing but again, some kind of AI because it uses CV OCR in background to actually extract data out of your screen. So it's technically still a part of AI, right? Okay, amazing. So without wasting time, let's deep dive into all these products, right? So first of all, what is UiPath's Autopilot? So we have heard a lot about UiPath Autopilot in this Forward 6, and this is upcoming product. And very soon, we all will have access to this product, right? But before we get access, let's look at what is UiPath's Autopilot. A suite of AI-powered experiences that actually helps all the users to be more productive by automating tasks, generating code, designing user interfaces, and so many things. I was super lucky to be actually part of the preview program or private preview program for this Autopilot. I actually cannot show you the demo or actually cannot show you the private preview because it's private. But I can talk about it and it's so amazing, right? So UiPath Autopilot, I have worked with the Autopilot for Studio and it's amazing. It's brilliant. The way it actually helps you to automatically generate code is next level. We will also look at that, a small demo of DU, how it actually does that. But yeah, So what's UiPath Autopilot all about? UiPath Autopilot is a complete new set of AI-powered experience across UiPath Business Automation Platform. Now, there are 4 new phases in which UiPath Autopilot will be used. And I believe there will be so many more products which will automatically have Autopilot included with those products. Again, in future, that has to be in the roadmap. Right now, they have announced about Autopilot for Assistant, Autopilot for Studio, Autopilot for Apps, and Autopilot for Test Suite. Now, what is for Assistant, right? So AI companion, which actually helps you tackle your daily task by listing and by understanding your natural language. Now, think about it. You have your assistant installed on your machine. You just open your assistant, you just type, I need to sort my emails based on this is this keyword, right? In subject. And assistant actually gives you a robot for that, which is already built, obviously, from marketplace. It gives you that robot, but assistant helps you actually fetch that robot from marketplace based on your requirement, right? So Autopilot for Assistant actually understands your natural language, converts it into instructions, understands what task actually you want to automate, and gives you that specific task on your behalf. And then all you have to do is just hit on run and just run it. Already Assistant is way more advanced. Now with the help of Autopilot for Assistants, it's going to be even more amazing experience. We all are waiting for it to try it on, hands-on, how it looks. But soon when it will be launched, it will be amazing. Today, we will also look at a couple of demos for Clipboard AI, and we will also look at the demos for the document understanding with the help of new features. I will show you those features. So stay tuned until the end of the session, because end of the session is going to be more amazing. Okay, let me slow down a bit. Autopilot for Studio, my favorite update. Enhance productivity for both professional and new developers, because in Studio, now currently I have used this for Cloud Studio, which is Studio Web. Okay, so what I have used is you can actually generate workflow based on what you want. Just type. So I just type, I want to create a workflow to upload a file on Google Drive. And that's all. I just hit enter. And believe me, what it does, it actually goes to your UiPath Studio Web. It actually adds all those activities that are needed for you to actually go ahead and create your workflow. And those activities will be added, and obviously the fields will be empty, but the skeleton is built for you. So now you don't have to worry about what activities you need and what you need to drag. So it's already there. And with the help of UiPath connectors for Google and your product of integration services, you can actually connect those and directly start using it. It's that simple. Now, while using your UiPath Studio X, at the same time, let's say if I'm entering one value, now, you know what we do? We always say for string functions, for date functions, for regular operations, regular expressions, right? You need coding background. You need a little bit of touch on VB. You need a little bit of touch on C#, or need some support on that. But technically, with the new update for that, you can actually enter a prompt within your advanced editor, and you can literally type, can you write a regex to extract only the domain of the email? Let's say you have email as an input and you need only the domain. You just write a prompt, write a regex only to fetch the domain of this email. And automatically your variable will be fit into a regular expression, which converts, which writes a regular expression for you and gives you the actual value which you need. Isn't it amazing? That helps our developers to enhance their work. It's not replacing the developers, okay? It's going to enhance the work that we developers do, right? That's going to be amazing experience. And I have tried it hands-on, it's super great. Autopilot for apps. So empowers your developers and with AI capabilities, which enables actually to create app interfaces by literally just typing. You just mention what you want to create and what you want to see in your app, and that interface is actually created. Even I'm waiting for that update, right? It's going to be amazing update. But that's UiPath's Autopilot. And for test suite is going to be, again, a next level experience, because it actually accelerates your every phase of testing lifecycle by automating the test creation till analysis. So like test case creations, your executions and analysis, again, on the prompt. So for more reference, I have already shared a link here. You can actually open this link and you can check right away how this actually works. I will also show this in a while. Let's look at how it actually looks. I have just picked up the screenshot from UiPath's Autopilot website, right? So Autopilot for Assistant. Autopilot for Assistant, as we have talked, it just blends complete generative and specialized AI to tackle your task efficiently. It can actually run existing automations, and create new ones on the go, enhancing the productivity and workflow management. Can you see the references of Autopilot, what they have shared in the screenshot? It says, uh, plan a business trip to New York to meet your customers. So just complete tasks with your data, right? Run automations in context. So they say, set out of office for Outlook and Slack. So you just type set out of office for Outlook and Slack, and that's all. A robot actually does that in background for you. A robot is built in background for you. Hit the run button, and that's done. That's all. So that's the level of automation which we are looking forward in our future. And the future is not in future. Future is here. We are already in present, where this is all actually happening. We are testing it and we are checking this live, that all these features are super amazing with the help of new generative AI capabilities with UiPath, right? Also, I know there is a fear factor, which we will also talk about it in the next slide, which is UiPath's AI trust layer. But yeah, UiPath also uses LLM in background, which basically helps you to do all this, right? Now let's talk about UiPath Autopilot for Studio, which I just talked about. But as you can see, there's some basic description, as you can see on top. Send a Slack and Outlook message whenever we receive a new lead in Salesforce. And you just type that and just hit enter, and the workflow is automatically created for you. When a new lead created in Salesforce, get a lead, send detail in the Slack. So all these activities are automatically added. You don't have to even know these activities. These activities are automatically added the moment you enter the prompt, right? That's the level of AI experience within your development you're going to have in your near future, right? Okay, so I hope you love the Autopilot. Any questions on Autopilot? Okay, we'll take questions around the end. Even I want to talk more about it. But before we move ahead, let's look at the Autopilot website, right? So let me open that. Yes. So here's an official website of UiPath Products for Autopilot. You can quickly check this website if you want more details. You can watch this video also. But here you can get more idea on how Autopilot for Assistant, what they are planning, how it actually looks, right? You will soon have access to it, definitely. Autopilot for Studio as well. You can check this one, which actually you can use to, here you see, right? Text to workflow, transform your description easily into automation workflows, reducing complexity, particularly for non-technical users, right? And text to expressions. So even for your citizen users, the experience will be even much more better, right? Text to expressions. Now, this is something which I talked about, right? Greater generates expressions using natural language description, allowing developers to focus on problem than the syntax. So basically, you don't have to waste your time in creating regular expressions. You don't have to waste your time in creating or finding the right string operations, right? It can do that for you. Just have to write a prompt, and that's all. So you can actually work on the logical part and don't worry about the syntactical part. So it's helping you in a way to improvise the coding standards, at the same time reducing your hard work and converting it to a smart work, right? Amazing. And then automated code generation, which directly transform your descriptions into code-based automation, which I talked about in UiPath Studio Web, right? Where you just type it in and automatically creates Studio for activities and a complete template for you. Then Autopilot for apps. So here you can see it empowers your developers to create app interfaces, expressions using everyday languages, documents, or images. And literally, you can see the opportunity to generate expressions across the apps to ensure unified and accelerated development process. Because even in the apps, when I personally use, I see that for certain logical creations or fetching data from your data sets, right, it needs certain expressions. But now you can actually build those expressions using Autopilot for apps, right? And that's amazing. That's going to be great experience again for building a low-code application. It's already easy, but UiPath is making it much more easier for us, right? It's the next level experience again. And then talking about Autopilot for Test Suite. So Test Suite, it actually, we have already talked about it, generates code from comments and then surface actionable insights from your execution results. So which kind of will look like this, where you will have the UI, which they have given here. We can see this in detail when it actually, is released very soon. So let's go back. Let's go to the next slide, which is UiPath AI Trust Layer. Oh, one second now. I just stepped out. Okay, perfect. Now, what is UiPath's AI Trust Layer? We have heard about this a lot, right? But this is a little bit concept which I'll have to explain you in a different way, right? So it says a bank can use AI Trust Layer to ensure that its use of generative AI is compliant with all applicable regulations. Now, let's talk about what is AI trust layer and what actually it aims for, right? So the UiPath AI trust layer actually aims to enhance your enterprise data privacy policy and responsible AI principles. Now, when I say responsible AI, it's a very big term. When I had last conversation with George, if you know George Roth from UiPath, right? So he introduced me to the concept of foundational responsible AI. Right now, what is responsible AI? Responsible AI basically helps make sure that the AI that you're using is correctly used, right? Or to more accurately say, foundational principles which includes your trust, transparency, and control for the data, security, and your privacy. Because the data that you're submitting to this generative AI, obviously it's a sensitive data, and we do not want this generative AI to use our data to train itself, right? Obviously, or to leverage that data on behalf of our information, right? That's where the UiPath's AI trust layer comes into picture, which actually ensures your high integrity, right? Once again, move to the next slide. Yeah, your high integrity, your security, privacy for all data interactions with UiPath products and third-party LLMs as well. Again, your audit trail visibility is maintained for ethical and compliance standards. That's where you have all the information, where your data is being used, how your data is being used, and how actually you can track your data. So you have the entire audit trail visible where your entire data is being used, so that you can see that your data is being used only ethically, right? And along with the compliance standards, which I have seen so far only with UiPath. It offers complete visibility into the use of generative AI features and data transfer to the third-party models. And then again, your dashboard audit and cost control tools to enhance the value of responsible AI-powered automation. So you can actually see the dashboards, and also a cost control tool, which actually helps you to understand how much you're using this AI, right? And is it actually being used by responsible AI-powered automations? So that's the level of AI trust layer we are talking about. Again, there are so many things here. It ensures your confidence among automation users by governing company data, personal policies. Also, it helps you to accelerate your automation development with the AI models through UiPath Autopilot for Studio. So what does it mean? It accelerates your automation development. It helps you to actually use all these AI products of UiPath with the responsible AI, making sure that your data is not being used for any other third-party information or sharing, right? So three main components or three main capabilities: data governance, user interaction governance, large language model governance. Data governance, which actually controls for managing access and usage of data to train and run generative AI models. And user interaction governance is basically control of managing how user interacts with this generative AI features. And end of the day, our last point is LLM governance, which controls for managing the use of third-party large language models. So this AI trust layer is very essential for your organizations that actually want to use generative AI in responsible and compliant manner. It also helps you to ensure that generative AI is used to create a value for your organization with a minimum risk and minimum harm. That's why the AI trust layer is very, very crucial before using this AI products, right? And I have a small slide. This again is a reference to one of the UiPath's documentation of AI trust layer. It actually talks about, if you see this slide, it talks about how your customer data is on the other side and your third-party rhythms are here. And in between, you have a UiPath's AI trust layer, which actually breaks down into Gen AI feature governance, usage auditing, your sensitive data filtering, and then your LLM gateway. And with all that, it makes sure that none of the sensitive information is being shared with the third-party LLMs. So whatever AI you're using or the third-party LLMs that you're using, if you use that with UiPath AI trust actually makes sure that your data is completely secure. This is amazing, right? Because I have seen concerns, and so I'm currently working in Singapore with a lot of large organizations, and I have seen them actually blocking the OpenAI products, like talk about Bard, ChatGPT, right? Any new products, they have actually not whitelisted those products, they have not whitelisted the products. You cannot access those products in such large enterprises because they are scared of sharing their own data with the third party or AI which doesn't know how to use that data. It can leverage that data to train itself. It can leverage that data to harm, right? So it can be a leak of data. While if you use that with UiPath, UiPath actually provides you a UiPath AI trust layer, which makes sure that your data is secure. And it's a very huge topic to talk about. It's an all different topic where you can actually talk about for like hours and hours. I know people like George can talk about it like for 2 hours. And this is a very big topic, but I'm so glad to see this in the initial stage when we are actually growing towards the AI enabled automation, right? Now let's talk about document understanding. There are so many amazing new features in UiPath document understanding. We are going to look at that as well. And I hope you will use that in your AI automations and your hackathon solutions as well, right? So what is document understanding's new features? So with the powerful AI solutions, now helps your businesses to extract information from documents, which is actually the work of document understanding. But what's new? So document understanding with the help of next generation IDP and active learning and generative AI accelerate model, it actually increases your training time by up to, so it actually accelerates, not increases, accelerates your model training time by up to 80% and train models with no ML or coding skills required. And how is that? We will look at it. I actually have it on my instance of cloud, which I can show you. Benefits: faster time to value and ROI with AI. Anyone can actually train your specialized AI models for specific domains and document types. Now, believe me, why I'm talking about this is my personal experience. Okay, we were building one project where we had to train somewhere on 950 or 1000 documents, right? We give a timeline. So you have to actually give a deadline and timeline for this project, DU based projects, right? We give a separate timeline just for training these documents. Now, when we gave the separate timeline just for training these documents, we did not actually include the piece where the training might be wrong and we might have to retrain again, right? Now, training might be wrong. It's not because of the DU. It's because of how we train the data for the specialized AI model. So we trained those invoices specifically for invoices model, and then we had to retrain again, which we did not consider, which impacted a lot on the project deadline push. It impacted again on the projects, right? Why does it impact? Because we did not have the feature of generative AI training or generative AI labeling, which actually accelerates the training time by 80%. I will show you that how it works. But it's a very, very helpful piece in data labeling for specialized AI. There are two terms, generative AI, specialized AI. Both of the terms play along with each other, and UiPath actually has a whole set of training around what is specialized AI, what is generative AI, how these are two separate, and why to use specialized AI. So many things are there, right? But document understanding just considered as an example of mix of both specialized AI and generative AI, right? Now, the built-in capabilities, for instance, model evaluation and optimization is there, easy deployment and management of document understanding projects now, and detailed document level audits will be available for you. So there are so many amazing new updates in document understanding as well. We'll look at one of them. And in the upcoming session, we'll look in depth in those all modules and all the features of UiPath document understanding. So we'll talk about that in upcoming sessions. I believe we have one session for that. Then key features and benefits. Again, generative annotation. So there is a new feature in UiPath document understanding, which actually allows you to annotate document samples and message clusters to reduce your model training by 80% of time, model training time by 80%, which means actually you can now do it much more faster and accurate as well, right? Generative classification. I will also show you that. This is my most favorite feature. Classify documents faster without actually writing rules or training new ML models, simply by defining your document type that you want to classify. And generative AI will automatically understand what type of document you have uploaded. Okay, I'll show you that. Generative extraction. Extract complex and unstructured data from your documents or messages with the power of generative AI. Now, think about the document understanding framework. In the framework, we had right from the data extraction. So the very first piece is defining your taxonomy, then your digitization, which is extracting your data out of your documents, right? After digitization, what do? Classify. Now it has generative classification. What do? You extract data, or if even before that, you want to label data, you have generative annotation. Now you want to extract data, you have generative extraction. So the DU is a complete package with the help of this generative AI features to enhance the level of DU which we were using earlier. And I will show you how that actually works, right? Benefits: fast time to value, accelerates your IDP initiatives again, exactly, because now selling the document understanding product or selling your IDP initiatives or increasing your IDP solutions in your company is going to be much more simpler. You now don't need any specialized trained document understanding experts in your company. You can actually train anyone with ease, and it's that simple. Okay. Reduces cost, eliminates the need for expensive manual labeling and ML expertise, which I just talked about. Improved accuracy, achieve higher accuracy with generative AI's capability, and learn from the complex unstructured data. So that's our UiPath's document understanding. Okay. And then my next favorite is UiPath's Gen AI connectors. So we are still talking about the top 5 announcements from UiPath's Forward 6 this year, right? And now these Gen AI connectors which were announced in this Forward 6, I have actually used a couple of them. I literally use Vertex and recently have this video on my YouTube channel as well, you can refer. What are the Gen AI connectors? A growing collection of pre-built Gen AI connectors, which are enabled and expanded use cases across your current and new UiPath automations. How? And what are these AI connectors, right? So these connectors are basically supports GPT-4, Palm 2, which is amazing, and other powerful LLMs as well. Expanded use cases for current and new automations, and then it's very easy to use them in UiPath Studio, UiPath Web, and with the APIs as well. And you can create your own custom connectors as well. What are the benefits? They are more powerful. Obviously, if you include a text completion prompt within your automation, isn't it going to help you a lot? Now, what do? You generally go to ChatGPT, you ask some question, you get the output. What do you do after that? You don't do anything. You just get the output. That's your data. Now, imagine you can do that within your workflow. Now, actually, you can provide raw data and you can get a meaningful data, and now you can process that meaningful data. That's the power of generative AI connectors within your automation, right? Faster development and deployment of AI powered solutions. Why faster development and deployment? Because these connectors are actually already available, and connecting them with your instances of GPT and Palm, it's much more easier. We have already done that a lot of times, and we are also going to look at that in depth in this series of sessions around the last or third session, I believe. And then improved accuracy and efficiency of the business processes. So obviously, generative AI improvises your business processes a lot. Accuracy is one thing which increases because now you're talking with GPT-4 and Palm 2, which are the best models out there. And business processes are going to be much more efficient because now you have actually eliminated the piece where a human intelligence is needed. I mean, I won't say completely at certain point, up to certain point, right? So that's about UiPath's Gen AI connectors. And last but not least, which I want to mention, and then we'll jump on to the demos, right? And then leading to the questions, UiPath Specialized AI Professional Certification. So this has been announced during Forward 6, and it's amazing certification that all of you should consider completing. It's very good, comparatively very cheaper than the advanced developer certification. Personally, I'm saying that. But yeah, become a UiPath Specialized AI professional and demonstrate your expertise in document understanding, communications finding, and AI Center. And not only these 3 products, but the AI products of UiPath. Get the in-depth knowledge, and you can complete this certification. The training course is already available on the Academy, which you can actually refer to. So what this certification is all about, I'll talk about this a little bit, and then we'll jump on to the demo, right? If you aren't familiar with automation developers, this is actually a little bit tech-savvy certification where you have to actually have knowledge on UiPath first, and then start learning this product. So this is a product-specific certification. At the same time, AI, inclined towards AI. So it's a little bit of, you can say, a person who has more than 1 or 2 years of experience in RPA, and is inclined to learn towards AI can complete the certification, right? Okay, with this, let's get started and let's see what are the new features available. And before that, I want to show you a quick demo of my favorite product, which is UiPath's Clipboard AI. So what is Clipboard AI? Okay, let's have a quick look. I'll open UiPath Clipboard AI. Okay, so before I start using UiPath Clipboard AI, quick questions, and I want answers in chat. Okay, can anyone tell me any example of invisible AI? So what is invisible AI? Invisible AI is a term which actually you're using in your daily life. You're using AI in your daily life, but you don't know that behind the scenes, there is artificial intelligence being used. Google search. Okay. I can see that because obviously it's getting you optimized results for you, especially for you based on your cookies data, history data. GPT. No, GPT is already an LLM. Online shopping. Okay. Shani says online shopping, which is correct. Faisal says social media. Okay. Google Assistant. No. Don't give me Google. No. Any real life example where you're using AI and you don't even know it. Google is obviously using AI, right? Obviously, it's a enterprise solution. I like online shopping. I liked social media, but how? Any example? It's see when I start giving examples, you'll start relating very quickly. Any examples where you're using AI, you don't even know it. Chatbots, you already know. Obviously, it's AI in background, right? Okay, let me give you one example. Oh, Netflix recommendation. That's what I was waiting for. Akansha says Netflix recommendation. Okay. Amazon Alexa. Alexa, we already know that it's AI in background. It's a speech to text speech conversational AI, right? Okay. Let me give you basic examples. You'll start relating quickly. Automatic vehicle, Candy Crush game. I'm not sure how Candy Crush game is AI, but yeah, might be. WhatsApp. Not sure how WhatsApp uses AI, but could be. Okay, so invisible AI. A very basic example of Google Maps. So all of you use Google Maps. You go somewhere, you use Google Maps. The moment you take a wrong turn, it actually redirects automatically based on the new turn that you have taken, right? Or based on the new direction that you have went to. That's nothing but identification of the shortest distance, and based on the traffic lights and the your every consideration, they generate and they give you a shortest path, which is the best case for the distance that you're actually trying to go to, right? That is AI in background. Netflix recommendation, somebody just mentioned. AD targeting, content generation. Okay, but that's still AI related. But the things which you don't even know that AI is being used. Now, again, one more thing. You go ahead, you search something on your social media, which Pratik mentioned, like Instagram. You just go on Instagram, you watch something, and then all the relevant information you start seeing is of the same information or the same relevant information, right? Which is nothing but AI in background, which is reading you and reading your recommendations and your genre, and based on that, it recommends you what to see and what not to see, right? So all of you are somehow using AI in background and you don't even actually know it. Now, if I tell you copy paste also can use AI, you'd be laughing at me, right? You can say, hey, why do we need AI in copy paste, right? It's just a simple copy paste, right? But let's look at this, what UiPath actually does, right? So UiPath has a product called Clipboard AI. In this product, if you see, I'll simply open one Excel file, okay, which has all of you are, if you have already done RPA development, you know about RPA challenge website, right? What do? I just select this data. This is the Clipboard AI product, okay? I just click on copies. I just hover on copy and it automatically knows that these are cells that I'm going to copy. I did not say that, okay? Copy cells. I just clicked on it. It says analyzing. It's copying those cells. I go back to the RPA challenge website. All of you know that to automate this website, we actually need anchors. I go here, I say paste in form. I just click. I don't do anything, okay? I just clicked on Excel, says copy. Clicked here, says paste. It's automatically entering all the information in the relevant fields: address, phone number, last name, email, role, first name, company name. Exactly accurate. And now it's giving me that the first row has been entered and these many rows are remaining. And this is a little difficult to automate because the moment you click on submit, it actually changes your form. But if I click on paste data again for the second row, it will still identify that, it will still enter the data in the exact correct field. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now you might not be surprised yet, or you're not so happy, you're not bought yet with this feature. What if I tell you this uses generative AI and actually you can use your prompts here to improvise the copy paste? Now let me show you how. Okay, I'll cut this. Let's go to this job offer letter. This is a simple job offer letter I just generated using Bard, right? Just before this demo. So in this job offer letter, there are a few information like date, applicant's name, dear John, blah blah blah. Your salary is this, work location. This is unstructured data, okay? Or you can say semi-structured data as well, right? If you want. What do? I just come here. I say copy. It automatically copies the data. I don't know what it did copy, but it just copied. I went to Excel file. I just created a table which says date, applicant's name, salary, email of HR, work location, nothing. I just selected the table. I came here, I say paste in Excel. My hands are here. I'm not doing anything, okay? What it does, it actually read that Word document. And from that unstructured data, it's going to automatically understand that we need date, applicant's name, salary, email of HR, work location, and reporting manager. And it actually typed all that information right here. As you can see, what it did, it typed date, which is exactly correct, right? 8th of March, 23. It typed applicant's name, typed salary as well. Email of HR, it just typed domain. I'll show you why it just typed domain. I asked it to do that. Okay. Work location, exactly correct. And your reporting manager, which is also correct. Now, how did it do that, right? Let's go back and let's try to paste it again. So since I have copied it, I have it in the copy paste. It just works like a copy paste, right? Of normal copy paste, Control Z, Control V. I have it already. I click on open mapper, fix in mapper. Now look at this. This is the mapper, okay? You just click here or, okay? Here you see, you can actually change the format which Clipboard AI uses to understand the data. I have set it plain text because it was a unstructured data. Now look at the data it extracted. Date, applicant's name, salary. You see email of HR, there's a transformation. I want only email domain. This is nothing but the transformation prompt which I was talking about. And now look at this, applicant's name. I hit here, I enter the prompt saying that I want only the first name. Instead of John Wick, now it says John, that's all. Now, I want the date I want only month and year. It just gives me March 2023. Now, this is the level of copy paste we are talking about, AI enabled and enhanced Clipboard AI, where we are using generative AI in background, which actually helps you to enhance the performance. And the moment I hit paste data, look at this, it actually updated the values right here immediately. And not only it knows that, but it also remembers it every single time I try to copy and I try to paste. It will always remember what settings I have done in my copy paste. Isn't it amazing? So this is the Clipboard AI, which is using generative AI in background, and you actually literally see the prompts right here. Let's look at one more, just a quick time check. Rohit, do we have time, right? Okay, perfect. We have. I just remembered it's still 10:30. Okay, so now let's look at one more amazing product which I talked about, which is document understanding. And I wanted to show this. This is going to be amazing. Okay, let me quickly go back to my cloud account. Cloud account actually has it here. Where is it? Okay, this is another fascinating demo. Okay, and I hope all of you will use this one. Document understanding. So you have a document understanding service enabled on your cloud. Create automation. Okay, now look at this. Click here. It's asking me to upload or drop a document. Okay, what do? I click here. I just upload document. Let's say a sample passport. It's uploading the document. The moment it uploads document, a generative classification hits in background and automatically knows that this document is a passport. How? With the confidence as well. Look at this. With 94.61% confidence, it actually classified this document as a passport. In case of misclassification, you can modify the detected document type below, and you can actually change the document type right here, which all of these are nothing but what? Can anyone tell me what kind of AI is this?
Gen AI?
Gen AI? No. I just talked about it. There are two types of AIs.
Specialized AI.
Exactly, specialized AI. So this is nothing but a best case example of specialized AI. UiPath's document understanding pre-trained models are nothing but all about specialized AI, which are specially trained for what it's supposed to do. If the passports model is trained to extract data from passports, it's trained only to extract data from passport, not from receipts and nothing else, right? So that's the best case of specialized AI because they are specially trained, because they are closely monitored, because your data is safe, and because you get the best result. So if you give the same data to Bard or to some any other generative AI model and you ask it to extract the data, it won't extract with that much accuracy, where specialized AI will extract it with the best accuracy because it's trained only to do that. Now let's look at how it actually works, right? The moment I have this here document, I just click on create workflow. Now remember the hustle. How many of you have actually used document understanding 2 years back, 1 year back in your live projects? All of your dreams are going to be crashed because now look at the document understanding and the simplicity of the document understanding models. Just tell me, give me a raise of hands. How many of you actually use document understanding in your projects or got a chance to work with document understanding? Anyone? Okay. I see many of you have actually worked with document understanding, right? Now look at this, what I just did. It's simply with one click of button, it actually created the whole framework of document understanding here. Download storage file, write file to processing update, extract document data, validate also. Now, what do I mean by validate? Look at this. I click on run. I did not even create this workflow. It was automatically created. I just uploaded a document. You can build this workflow in a loop if you want. The workflow started running already. It's a realistic live workflow which is created. Data is being extracted, okay, currently. And with that, it will go to the validation document data. Obviously, we need human in the loop, right? It gives you the link right here in Open in Action Center. Click on it. It goes directly to your cloud.uipath.com and you're directly redirected to the actions where you're redirected to that specific action. And look at this. Your data is now already extracted. Your nationality, your gender, date of birth, place of birth, blah, 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 blah. Everything is extracted. Assign it to self. And if you want to do any modifications, because AI also allows you to edit the information, you do that. And then from here, you go back to your code. You say resume because you have already verified it. And now, quickly, this automation gives you the entire data extracted from your document. Now tell me, where are the steps that we usually used to do? Defining taxonomy, digitizing document, right? I literally uploaded an image, right? Digitizing the document, selecting the OCR, classifying it, defining the classification rules. Then your after classification, you basically apply that classification, right? You train the classifier also. Then you extract the data. Then you check which extractor actually works. Then you export the data into datasets, and then you actually write the data into a structured format. And this has been done within just one click. That's the level of future that we are already in. I'm using this product right now in front of you. So that's the level of expertise we want you to use in the upcoming hackathon as well, and leverage all these products of UiPath's, and AI features. With this demo, I don't have anything to show further. I have a lot to share with you in upcoming sessions because I'm super excited. So overall, what we talked about is UiPath's all new latest features and products that we discussed during this. That UiPath discussed during Forward 6. Top announcements. We actually talked about UiPath's Copilot. We talked about UiPath's AI Trust Layer. We talked about UiPath's generative AI connectors and document understanding. And we will talk in depth more about all the other products of UiPath's which uses AI, which will eventually help you to utilize those products in your hackathon solutions. And I wish to see you all in this hackathon. Thank you so much, and I'm open for questions with this.
We have Pratik with a raised hand. Pratik, maybe you can go first.
Pratik, do you have any questions?
So you asked who everyone.
Got it. Okay, I see already a few questions. I'll take those questions from the chat first. Murli has a question. Where are we configuring the ML skills in workflow? configuring the ML skills for, so is this about AI Center or is this about document understanding? Really?
Yeah. Hi, Rishabh. This is
Hi.
me. Yeah. So in review, we are calling the ML skill from the AI center, right? From the
Right.
student. But in the workflow, you create the workflow automatically. It's create the workflow. And how did you configure the ML skill from the AI center?
Correct. So you remember we use ML skill only when we use a specialized train model, which you train, you deploy on AI Center and you use it. But if you're not using AI Center, what you do, you basically just use extractor, correct? Which is a ML extractor.
Yes.
Your ML extractor can also use your endpoint of pre-trained model where you don't have to define any AI Center model, correct?
Yes.
So it's using the same. So it's basically in background using a pre-trained model, which is Passport. So we did not retrain it. We did not actually deploy it on AI Center for us specifically. So this in background is automatically using your UiPath's pre-trained Passports model, that endpoint, and it's sending the data to there and just getting that information out of that.
Yeah. Thank you. And the question from my side is, so regarding the Clipboard AI, you copied the data from the MS Word documents and pasted in the Excel. So is it possible to copy the data from the PDF docs?
Yes, it is. Whatever you see on your screen, you can actually extract data from there. Now, literally, to give you an example, okay, just literally, you can still see my screen, right? So let me open quickly invoice. This invoice, right? Whatever I do, I just go, I just copy, okay? I don't do anything. I went to my one sample HTML I created for invoices. I just go here and I say paste, okay? Look at this, what happens. I did not even define where to enter those details, right? And I don't even know what are the details which are being copied. You see, it's actually entering the data.
Great.
Amazing, right? You can go fix in Mapper and you can actually see that data, the whole data that you just see here, right? All this data is actually being extracted from your invoice.
Invoice, okay.
And you can actually define also how you want it using the prompt. So technically, but this is end of the day, it's not creating any workflow. It's just a copy paste again, but it's enhanced copy paste. So for invoice data extraction, you know, right, we should use DU. But you see, Clipboard AI is extracting data from your invoices also. It's understanding all the fields as well, right? So technically, in background somewhere, it's using specialized AI with a combination of Gen AI to get that data. And then it automatically also understands where to enter the data and those selectors also. So, yeah. So I hope you got that, got the answer.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But what is the accuracy level? Does it have the 90%?
So far, what I've seen is someone actually. I just muted 1 second.
Yes.
Sorry for that. Yeah. So accuracy level so far I have seen good. And it's still in a preview mode, right? It's not, I mean, it's GA though, but it's still in preview.
Okay.
So you use this product, you let me know how you like it. And I am anyways creating more content on that. And if you see a perfect use case where you can use this, nothing like it.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Willie. I'll pick another question from chat of, could you please show us how did you create Clipboard AI solution? Oh, Soumya, I just repeated that. Did that resolve your question?
Yeah, this is fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Soumya. Nitin have a question. Can we integrate Clipboard AI with UiPath Studio, or Clipboard AI is a standalone product? Clipboard AI is a standalone product. I just installed it. You can navigate to Clipboard AI UiPath directly. Click on this and you can see this website. You can just see it, try for free, and you can also use it on your own. It's free of cost, available for all. I also literally did one contest for Clipboard AI where I gave away UiPath UI ARD certification voucher as well recently. I hope that answers your question, Nitin. But yeah, we cannot integrate it with UiPath Studio yet. I mean, I'm not sure about that yet. Maybe in future, they might include some functionality to convert this as a workflow and use it within UiPath Studio, maybe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Someone has a question where he asks, how good is DU at handwritten system generated documents in Arabic language? Not sure about that, but I haven't worked with Arabic language documents yet. However, we can check the document understanding. Arabic language support. So I'm not sure about language supports, but which model you want to use. And if you want to use that model, then you can check the language support here also. It's basically the language support you will need, which OCR extracts their data is more important, because it's not about document understanding can extract that or not. It's about the OCR can extract that or not. If your OCR can extract the data and understand that data, then document understanding can proceed it however you want, right? You can play around with the data as much as you want. Now you need to check whether UiPath's OCR support Arabic language or not. If it does not support that, definitely Google Vision OCR will support that language. Microsoft Vision OCR will support that language. You can use those OCRs in the DU, and you can use the DU framework. Does it answer your question, Shravan?
Yes, sir. Thanks for that.
Does Clipboard AI used to automate CAPTCHA? I'm not sure, Sanjay, about that, because CAPTCHA I haven't tried, and CAPTCHA is meant not to automate, but why not? Yeah, we can try that as well. So why not you create this use case and let me know? I have even not tried it. But CAPTCHA has images, text-based CAPTCHAs. Maybe you can do that, but end of the day, Clipboard AI is basically just used for copy paste. So I don't see a real value of bringing Clipboard AI to automate CAPTCHAs, because we can't actually use that automation or export that automation out of the Clipboard AI. So technically, not sure how we can use that.
Nisar, may I know what is the AI unit consumption for the document understanding? Just now you showed me the orchestrator, right?
So there's actually a complete documentation on consumption of AI units based on each and every model and based on each and every component of document understanding. So classifier also consumes AI units. Your extractor also consumes AI units. And the demo which I showed, right, that's actually using your pre-trained model of your passports. So basically, you're not using AI Center. You're using only pre-trained model of DU. AI units will still be consumed, but it will be less, because you are using pre-trained model. So you're not spending your AI units on retraining a model, labeling, training pipeline, or deploying a model. Because when you have an AI Center model deployed, to keep it deployed and to maintain that model it still consumes AI units. So technically, you are not wasting a huge amount of AI units. You're just leveraging ML skill, which might consume just one AI unit. But there is a huge calculation document around that, which you can find on partner portal. Or if you're a partner, you can find it on partner portal. If you are a customer, you can find it on customer portal of UiPath. It's very easy to find.
Nizar, one question around these AI units. So, how do we find like say, I have 2-3 projects running on AI Center. Where do we find that insights on how much AI unit is consumed by each project? Can we get to that conclusion somewhere?
So there's actually, sorry, you continue.
Yeah, no, okay. I was checking, where do we check this, like from your experience? And because the reason why I'm asking is, like we have some projects in pipeline, and we have document, like say 50,000, 40,000 documents a year calculations coming up for these projects. And the client is kind of concerned, like how much AI units do we need to order further? And we are not able to reach out, and we are able to reach out like just approximate calculated numbers, but how do we actually see? Like I know the metering and charging logic of AI units documentation, but from your experience, where do we actually find such kind of insights or such kind of consumption information?
So there's one dashboard specifically for AI units consumption on Insights, which you can use. So contact document understanding team when you bought the licenses, right? With your license key, contact document understanding team. Tell them that I need this Insights dashboard specifically for AI Center models. They actually have it in place. I'm not sure about its GA yet or no, because last time I discussed with Monica, and the document engineering team. It's actually implemented already, and they
Okay.
have those in pipeline. But I'm not sure if that's GA or not. So you can check with DU team, just raise it with UiPath, and you will definitely get that insights dashboard. That dashboard actually gives you a holistic view on your multiple models and the AI units consumption for those specific models. Even, right, even for hosting these models, it still consumes AI units. So even I was concerned about that, because we have one project where we have deployed 4 ML models, and all 4 of those are for like DU. And we didn't know actually which one is using more of the AI units, because those were being consumed on a heavy basis, right? Then, UiPath also has given API to enable and disable the ML skill. So you can disable when you don't want to use it. You can enable when you want to use it before, like half an hour before the project runs, right? So you can leverage that to save AI units consumption. It's actually a best practice, which UiPath also recommends, Yeah, but I would suggest contact DU team or contact me on LinkedIn. I will check DU team and I will get back to you on that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any questions from anyone whom you might have asked it on the chat, but who didn't get a response? No, nothing. Okay, I think.
Hey, Rohit,
Yes.
I have one question.
Yes.
Hi, Nisag. When it comes to the handwritten hospital medical prescriptions, or the handwritten sick leaves, or handwritten invoices in a bulk manner, how do we handle with them, and what would be the best solution that we can suggest when it comes to the handwritten scenarios?
I would say DU is the best place, and UiPath is the best product for handwritten data, because UiPath's OCR pretty much reads very good amount of handwritten information. End of the day, there is certain benchmarking which you would have to perform. So you'll have to go through a whole process of benchmarking documentation or benchmarking OCR. So go through benchmarking OCR, where you will see how to verify which OCR suits your handwriting. So it might be a case that UiPath OCR suits well, Google and Microsoft doesn't. It might be a case UiPath OCR doesn't suit well, Google's OCR gives you better accuracy. So first thing which I would recommend, if you're noting down, first thing which I would recommend is your OCR benchmarking. Do the OCR benchmarking thoroughly. Decide the OCR that you want to use for your handwritten data. After OCR benchmarking, go for the model, which model you actually want to use. If your data is structured, semi-structured, unstructured, based on that, you decide which model you want to use to actually extract that data, and then feed it to the further process. And if your model is fixed, you already know the model, it's already available in UiPath's pre-trained models, it's perfect. But if not, you can create your own custom model in UiPath Document Understanding, which is in AI Center, and you can upload your data to the data labeling manager. You can train again there using that same OCR. Again, one more important point there. When you upload your documents to the data manager or document manager, you have to check that OCR is also supported in the document label studio to highlight and label that data, because for labeling also you need to actually apply OCR on top of those documents. So then once you confirm all of that, once you perform this benchmarking and POC, then go for the conclusion whether you want to use it or not. But technically, yes, it's very good with UiPath.
Thank you, Nisag. And do we have any chance to use multiple OCR engines to a single model or ML skill?
We don't in Data Labeling Studio, but you can do that in Document Understanding in a different way. You'll have to tweak it a little bit to get the data into document object model. Right, DOM is created in Document Understanding. You can tweak that a little bit and use multiple OCRs, but I don't see the point of using multiple OCRs. I would rather recommend, just go for a proper OCR and use specialized AI or specialized trained DU model or specialized trained GPT prompt to get your data to a meaningful information. So I literally use this medical prescription and medical dictation very recently. There are a couple of best products out there in the market. Like one example I'll give you is this product called as Nabla, which is specifically designed only for medical dictation. Now, when you give the data transcription, even if your pronunciation is incorrect, it will still understand what medication you're talking about, right? And it will actually give you the medication in a proper format along with the dosage and everything. So All this is already out there in forms of your generative AI components and models. You just have to know how to use those within UiPath Studio. If you want to discuss your use case, just let me know. We can discuss about it.
Got it, Nisar. Thank you so much.
Okay, I believe there are no more questions. There's one question from Soumya. Are there any plans for Clipboard AI, Japanese, Chinese language? Currently looks like it is only Latin languages. Currently it's only Latin languages, but there might be a product pipeline for the Japanese, Chinese language as well.
Perfect. I think we are good. So, so I have pasted the link to the next session that will be happening on November 1st. So please do register for that. I have also pasted the link for the hackathon. Just go through the details. You'll find all the enablement session links there as well. So please do register for all of them so that you can maximize the value from these activities, and also register for the hackathon before November the 5th. So please don't wait for the last minute. I would suggest just go away. I mean, if possible, register today itself. And all the best. For any queries, just reach out. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Nisarg. See you on November 1st.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, everyone. It was a great session, and hope to see you all in the next session. It's going to be more specific towards the product. See you again. Bye.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye.